Pectus Warriors, what's going on? It's Byrne from FixPectus.com, and today's video, what I wanted to talk about is where to start. If you want to fix your pectus, you don't want surgery, you want to do it without surgery, where do we start? Also, you might notice, got the vacuum bell on. That video is coming soon, guys. I am still experimenting and I want to have a really good understanding and opinion of it. And of the different companies. I have got all 3 different companies that I talked about in my previous video. I've got all of their vacuum bells, so that video is coming, stay tuned for that. And also, while we're on the side tangents before we get into the video, if you are noticing these glasses, I do not need glasses. These are just blue light blocking glasses. It's getting late here, it's like 7 PM here in Australia, and I put these on when the day's unwinding and the light is going down to block the blue light, because guys, blue light, that's the light from your phone and your computer and stuff like that. That stuff wires you, you know. Naturally, we're not used to having that. So if you're finding you're struggling to go to sleep, it might be because of blue light. These things might help. So just a little tip. I definitely love them, and I love putting them on at night. I feel like Harry Potter, and it's awesome. No, but for real, like, they're actually really handy. And guys, if you want to build muscle optimally, which is such an important part for pectus, you want to optimize your sleep, because when you sleep is when you build muscle. And so these bad boys might help you get better quality sleep and fall asleep faster. So definitely something to recommend. But anyway, that's total side topic. We've addressed the vacuum bell in my chest, if you did notice it, and we've addressed the glasses. Now we can get into it. When we're starting training for Pectus Excavatum and we want to treat it without surgery, my first tip is addressing your posture. Guys, I have lots of clients, probably 1,000 people with Pectus Excavatum from all around the world. And in 95% of those people I meet, the first thing that stands out to me is their posture is making their pectus so much worse. They have the typical pectus posture, the rounded, kyphotic shoulders, making their indent worse, and they have the anterior pelvic tilt, making their pot belly and the rib flare worse. 95% of cases, that is the case, and it's pretty bad in most of you. Just gonna put it out there. It's pretty, it's pretty crazy. And you know, it's not even just pectus for you. Like, pectus does cause the tight chest muscles which round you forward more, but it is just modern day life. We're sitting at computers, so most of our posture is jacked up. And so as a result, it makes our pectus look so much worse. So with that in mind, the first thing that always comes to mind that people need to do is they need to fix their posture. That is the #1 priority when someone signs up with me, and how my program and the Pectus Transformation Project is designed is to really combat that, okay? So where do we start from fixing posture? The first thing we start with really is a stretching regime, okay? And we need to do appropriate stretches to fix your posture, because a lot of people do just have the rounded shoulders and not the anterior pelvic tilt, or vice versa. Normally it is combined, but you want to figure out what's wrong with your posture, what type of pectus posture you have. Do you have both anterior pelvic tilt, rounded shoulders? How extreme is it? And then from there, it's time to start working on it. So to figure out where you start, I do have a link in description, free posture test you can do, and that will give you an idea of whether you have anterior pelvic tilt or, you know, rounded shoulders, and how extreme it is. So do that test, see where you're at, okay? And then from there, we need to start doing proper stretches to address that. In my Pectus Transformation Project, where people sign up to, they do get access to a full stretching regime. So if you are interested in my coaching in the Pectus Transformation Project, you will get a full stretching regime to combat the pectus posture. So that will be pretty handy for you. So that's where we start. We start with stretching, we start with addressing that. But the thing is, stretching alone isn't really going to fix our posture, because we need to be strengthening weak muscles. Fixing posture, there's 2 equations to that. It's loosening tight muscles and strengthening weak muscles. So most of us, we have tight chest muscles, but we have weak back muscles. Our posterior chain is weak, and so we round forward. So what we need to do is strengthen that up. Open yourself up. So we want to start with stretching and weight training, and the weight training needs to be in a specific ratio of chest to back. And a lot of you guys probably think, like, so does that mean we just train back at the start, and do my clients just train back at the start? No, we still train chest at the start, because training and developing your chest is of fundamental importance. We just make sure we're stretching the chest enough and we have a good ratio of back to chest, okay? And now in some cases with clients who have really bad posture, I do put in more back, and I do make some changes to the Pectus Transformation Project to make it fit them, and so their posture can really get undertaken straight away. But definitely, guys, with the right stretching, the right chest to back ratio, and the right exercises, you can start training your chest straight away. So we start stretching and we start training, and we start with the basics. A lot of my clients, they're at home right now due to Corona, or they just don't want to go in a gym, and so you can just start with bodyweight exercises. I have a bodyweight workout program that you can run that's amazing, that so many of my clients, I just get them starting at home where they feel comfortable, where they'll do it, and they start with that and then they build it up. This is a marathon, this isn't a sprint. Push-ups, diamond push-ups, Supermans, chin-ups, pull-ups, all the different ab variations, your leg raises, V-sit-ups, flutter kicks, side plank, they're great exercises to start with. So if you're a total beginner, stretching, that's going to be amazing for you. And maybe getting a resistance band for some face pulls, rows to work on those external rotators, okay? It doesn't have to be overly complicated to start. So there you go. We got the stretching, we got the simple workouts. That's how it starts. A lot of people come to me like, I'm ready to start. I want to train 6 days a week. And I'm like, I love that enthusiasm. But the thing is, you're probably going to burn out. Most of my clients I have starting with 3 or 4 days a week in the gym. Then we spend more of that extra free time that we now have to dedicate towards stretching, to dedicate towards training abs more. Another very important thing that we want to start with Pectus. Then we look into going into more advanced training programs that use the gym, using cable machines, using different cross-body chest press, and getting different machines. So, and then getting the barbells going where we have more load on the muscles so we can try and build as much muscle as possible. But for now, body weight, stretching, it's a great starting point, and build it up from there. And that's the most important thing as well, is that your program is progressive. Don't just start with this and end with this. We need to start and then build up. Linear periodization, progression, progressive overload, all of it's so important for building optimal amounts of muscle, guys. So wherever you start is not where you finish. I want you to think about it as getting harder, so you're always building muscle at the right rate. If I train the amount that I train now, 5 years ago, I would have been a couch potato. I would have been destroyed. I wouldn't have been able to do it, but I built myself up to that point. So that's where you should try and get to as well, okay? And my programs on the Pectus Transformation Project, that's how they're designed. As I said earlier, it starts with 3 or 4 days a week or just bodyweight training. And then there is the new programs every 5 weeks. That's how it's structured. 5-week programs, so the repeated bout effect and that adaptation process doesn't slow your gains. And so you're continuously leveling up. But the start is the best. The start simple, start somewhere, and most importantly, start.
Signing up to PectusPT has been life-changing.
Starting this program has been one of the best decisions of my life.
I gained a lot of muscle and strength, and now I'm really confident about my body.
I made progress so fast. In only 3 months, I gained 13 kg of lean muscles.
Riley's workout program has changed my life in many aspects. Not only do I have more strength, but I have more confidence as well.
The results have been phenomenal. I can really feel how the back is pulling back and really pushing that chest out and just opening everything up.
Riley and his program just gave me that boost and confidence, just like not physically but mentally as well.
I gained muscle power, lost body fat, and overall am much more happy with the condition.
Not only has it taught me to be confident, but it has given me the tools I needed to succeed, and taught me the value of a positive mindset, which has been one of the most powerful influences on my life.
I would recommend it to anyone who wants to improve their pectus without the means of surgery. And thank you very much, Riley.
This is just a message out there for others who are wanting to do the same. It will be something you won't regret, and that's one thing I've said to Riley as well. It's one of the best purchases I've ever had in my life.
Nobody says anything anymore. So yeah, training has worked, and a lot of your tips as well, especially with doing dips, leaning forward, and cable wood chops. I know that they really help my condition.
So it changed my mindset, it changed my life. I work every single day to improve my appearance and my self-esteem. So thank you very much, Riley, and thank you to the entire Pectus Warriors community.
Ever since I started to join the gym, I've honestly never felt better. I'm going out, I'm having fun, I'm taking my shirt off, I'm being confident, I'm being happy. And Riley, I'll be honest with you, you were a big support. You're a role model to me.
I've been working with Riley for about 9 months. In that time I've put on around about 12 kilos, had a visible improvement in my chest and general physique.
As I told Riley, it's probably the best decision I took this year, and maybe even in my life. Not only have I regained my confidence, in my physical image, but also in other aspects of my life.
My advice would be to just hit the gym, build an aesthetic physique, and you're going to be 10 times happier, I guarantee it.
So stay motivated, build your dream body, and you can do it, legends.
It's really up to us. We're in control of our destiny.